Welcome, everybody, to Voice of Your Passions Live. This is a business interview series where we take a 15-minute peek into the life of a growing entrepreneur. I'm Stephanie Bonte-Lebair of the Empowered Voice and Empowered Business Networking. I am a singer turned voice presentation and communication coach, and I'm passionate about helping you love the sound of your voice so you can use it to make a bigger difference in the world. Today's guest is Sage Harper of Apollo Marketing, and I'm really excited to learn more about Sage. Welcome, Sage.
Hi, Stephanie. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So I'm going to do a little quick bio about Sage, and then we'll jump right in. So Sage is a father of 3 amazing kids and 3 awesome dogs, and a veteran. After graduating high school in Florida, Sage got his start in the Army and then worked in satellite communications for over 20 years. With a love of entrepreneurship, Sage started Apollo Marketing in 2016, intending to bring family and mentorships to small and medium-sized businesses. He helps businesses to stretch and maximize their marketing ROI through analysis and strategy. Yay! I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's just jump right in. This is Voice of Your Passions Live. So what is your passion? What gets you going when it comes to your business?
So we're like a lot of other marketing agencies. We just care about getting the person's phone to ring more. That's really what we're all about. And our strategy, our passion really becomes from bringing like nerd to marketing. That's like what we love to do. And we're huge on doing a ton of analysis first. We do a lot on buyer behavior, buyer understanding, and then make sure that whatever we put in place for those campaigns, that they really are quantified first and foremost. That way we have a better likelihood of success afterwards.
I love it. So you bring numbers into marketing.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. Not so bad as like an accountant kind of deal, yeah. But we're pretty, yeah, we're in it pretty much.
Yeah. So I'm like, I appreciate somebody like that because I'm not always quantifying everything I do, or I'm not always analyzing the results of what I do, at least in a detailed way. So like having somebody help me do that and actually say, well, technically this is not working because you're not getting, the numbers that we would like to see. Like being able to track that sort of thing helps you adjust your marketing, right?
Absolutely. We have so many companies that come to us and they've built superstitions around certain things. Oh, that doesn't work because of this reason, or that doesn't work because of this. And the reality is a lot of times there's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot more. Well, did we implement it properly? Did we execute properly? Did we do it on a bad day? Was everyone on a holiday? There's a lot of things that actually go behind it. And above all else, a lot of people think that there's still like this magic bullet to marketing. If I do just one thing, money's going to flow from the sky. And ultimately, that just doesn't happen. You really, really got to be like almost like a scientific approach around it, and then work to improve.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and it's true. We think, if I just start, making more posts on my social media, I'm going to start making more money. Or if I just start utilizing a YouTube channel, I'll start making more money. But it's really about looking at the whole picture and seeing, how does it all work together and what is it actually creating for your funnel?
Stephanie, what I call it is the iceberg analogy. When we really look at some of the successful people that are out there doing stuff, we just see the tip of the iceberg. We don't see all of the other stuff that's underwater that they're still doing to be successful. We have a lot of companies that try to do the iceberg philosophy into their marketing and say, but my competitors are doing this and this. I need to also do this. But sometimes we don't have the full picture. And because of that, we kind of put like half-baked solutions on there. And we don't necessarily get the results that we want based on half-baked stuff. We all know how that turns out when we cook like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me about the transformation that you provide your clients. Like, what is their pain point when they come to you? What are they struggling the most with?
Yeah, so a lot of the clients that come to us, they're old souls when it comes to marketing. They've been doing this for a while. A lot of them, maybe they've already worked with other marketing agency and maybe didn't get the results they wanted, or maybe they had successful campaigns and now they're looking to duplicate those results. But a lot of times the ones that come to us, typically they're managing 2 or 3 different marketing campaigns, different things out there, sometimes 2 or 3 different businesses, and they're having a hard time getting good results. Because what happens is if we have one company that's doing social media, or maybe someone on our team that's doing social media, but they're only doing social media for actually just doing normal blog posts. or not blog posts, social media posts. Well, it's really hard to grow an audience just doing consistent daily posts. You need to somehow have an outreach to get new audiences. Or we have someone that's doing maybe just SEO, or having someone else that's doing email marketing. But to bring all those together, that's something that we really pride ourselves in, to say, hey, let's come up with a really good continuity, and let's really build out what your funnel should look like. Because when it comes down to it, many companies apply marketing activities to their business, but without taking a good step back to look at, hey, what's the big picture look like, and how do I need to have continuity across all those different marketing activities? When you can solve that, right, then you can actually have this good flow for your users, or not users, but prospects that you're trying to convert into sales so much easier. And we help bring that visibility and that transparency down to that low granular level to help make sure that they have that working for them.
So it's fair to say that they're taking a lot of actions in their marketing, but they're not really able to leverage all of the actions they're taking to create the results they want.
Absolutely. That was a much more eloquent way to say it than what I did. It's really easy to apply action towards marketing, but it's really difficult to take the time to figure out what we really think will work, other than just try stuff and throw stuff against the wall and see what helps.
Yeah. And then what is the vision that they have for themselves? Like if marketing was perfectly set up, and if marketing was flowing the way that they really want, like what's that vision that you help create for them?
Well, I think every business owner has these lofty goals that they should be able to get to the point where they can figure out what the cost per acquisition actually is. And that's really hard. It's actually hard for like some medium-sized businesses to really figure out what their cost per acquisition is. But it's finally getting to that point of cost per acquisition, and then work on lowering that amount they have to spend. So if you have to spend $75 to acquire a new client, well, let's try to get it down to 60. Let's see what we can do on working on those numbers. Until we know those numbers, though, we can't work to improve anything. And so many businesses don't even know those.
Yeah. And probably don't even know how to figure out what that is. Like,
absolutely.
Set up the tracking for that.
Absolutely. Most companies, when they're doing different campaigns, especially outreach campaigns, they use the same phone number for everything, the same email address. Something I love about you, Stephanie, is you use different conversions for every single thing you put out there. That way you know where your stuff is coming in from. And a lot of businesses just don't do that.
Yeah. That's so important. So tell me, can you give me an example of an actual success story from one of your clients, or more than one of your clients, so we can get an idea of what you've created for people?
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. And before I do that, though, I'm going to set up two stories. So one was a client that came to us that already had a website that was doing great, and they're already doing some marketing activities that are doing well. What they realized is that they weren't getting enough traffic onto their website, and so they needed to add a little bit of SEO to their website. So we completely rebuilt their website for them, made it beautiful, but as well as, again, we're nerds, we added the nerd flavor to it to make sure that there's really, really strong SEO. That's the first one to show you. The second two are just monthly use cases of the last 2 months of how we've helped clients with their SEO. Again, SEO, we're talking about driving traffic. That's one of our core competencies of our business. Along with strategy, we're always working on making sure we can get more traffic to that customer's assets. So if I can, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here.
Yeah. If you put your screen up, if I see it, I will be able to put it up.
Okay.
There it is. Okay, hold on. Let me hide myself and put yours up.
Sorry, we're new. Learn how to do this one. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, Sage, but you can't hear me when I'm not on screen. So just
okay,
I'll hide myself.
So the first one here is Air Doctor HVAC. This is an HVAC company that we launched their site in December. So from December 21st to January 31st, we had an increase in their rankings across 20 keywords of 964 points. Basically, they went from having not really much of any kind of traffic whatsoever to really started getting a good amount of traffic due to the rankings that we have, that we've been able to improve on there. Another one is Air Doctor. This is just last month. So last month, across our 137 keywords that we're tracking, which is a ton of keywords, we had 418 improvements across there. Words like people searching for bar mitzvah bands or carnival dancers for hire. These are keywords that we're all working to improve for this client. Beltway Commercial Services is another one. This is from May 1st to May 31st. We had an improvement of 1,700 points across their keywords. So you can see they went from 58 keywords in the top 3 to 82 keywords in the top 3. This is just some examples on how we help some of our clients and really make an impact and how people are finding their business.
That's awesome. I love that you're like bringing the numbers in a really clear way.
Got to. I said we're nerds. I got to show it too. So
bringing the nerd factor. I love that so much. So you have a gift for for everyone who's watching today. So I would love to hear more about what is this gift you're willing to give. Actually, before we do the gift, I do want to ask you what your biggest business building tip is.
My biggest building tip. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So for business building tip, I'd say if you want one thing that can help improve your business and the way you acquire clients is just set up retargeting. Retargeting is it. That's it. And Facebook retargeting, all you do is put a little bit of what we call a cookie code onto your website. And that's it. So when someone comes to your website, that cookie code goes onto their computer. And then next time they're scrolling through Facebook, like, love, they're going to see you come back in front of them and say, Stephanie, and here I am. And that's retargeting in its simplest thing. We tell business owners, whether they use this or not, to set up retargeting for $1 a day. Everyone should be able to afford $30 per month for their business. And if you look at how much more traffic you provide, we just did a sample for Clarksburg Chamber of Commerce for 10 of their members of the chamber. And every single one of those chambers improved the amount of people that they went back to their site by at least 100 visitors per month.
Wow.
Crazy. Retargeting. If you're not doing it, you need to.
Well, and this is what happens, right? Like when you're on Facebook and then you go to a website somewhere and then suddenly the Facebook ads all switch to the thing you just looked at on another website.
Like, why am I getting all these roofing replacement ads? Oh, wait.
Exactly.
Right? Or shoes.
Right? And they think, oh, Big Brother's watching. Well, it's because they retargeted you when you went to visit. Okay, cool.
Yes, it's funny. I can actually, when my wife's scrolling through her Facebook feed, every now and then when I look over there, I can see what she's been shopping for because every now she'll get that ad for whatever it was she was looking up on there. It happens to all of us. It really, really does.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That's great. Okay, so now describe your gift that you have for everybody today.
Absolutely. So we believe one of the basic building blocks of your business and your marketing comes from the marketing plan. There's so many businesses will set up a business plan right away and really work to keep that business plan updated, but very, very few businesses have an active and accurate marketing plan. So we are a facilitator to Alan Dibb's one-page marketing plan, which Alan's done a great job and wrote a book all about that. But we've thrown a huge amount of color commentary on top of it to really make sure you fill it out. The reason why it's so important is you need to understand your audience. You need to understand your messaging to your audience. You need to understand your pain of your audience and their desire as well, right? And also their fears, because fears translate into objections. If you don't know these things ahead of time, then you don't know how to communicate with them properly. Once you understand those things, then you can come to someone like Stephanie and help craft those messages to make sure you can communicate effectively to them. The reason I like the one-page marketing plan so well is we talk about those things as well as their actual sales funnel. And we split it up in a very easy to understand system that you can help map out what your sales funnel should look like. And then you can go into apply marketing activities with knowledge and with a really good understanding of what you need versus just trying stuff out.
Excellent. And what is the value of this marketing plan that you're offering?
The value of this, we're currently doing it. It varies. It's around $300 is what we typically charge for this, and we're giving it away for whoever wants to come up. And just so you know, like these are so wildly popular. We started doing these in September of last year, and I've given, I think I'm up to 80 people have received it to date since September of last year. That's how many of these sessions I've been doing. It's crazy, but they're just so valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you'd like your complimentary marketing plan, $300 value, you do a hashtag marketing, and we'll make sure to send you a link to opt in. So you can take advantage of that and obviously the generous gift of Sage's time and expertise.
You get 2 hours of my time, so I apologize ahead of time, but we're going to have fun and we're going to really peel the layers back of your customers and your business, and we're going to come up with some great stuff.
That's amazing and super generous. Thank you so much for that gift. And please take advantage of it if you're feeling called to revamp your marketing and take another look at how things are working in your marketing plan. This is a great next step. I also just want to remind everybody that if you'd like to come visit Empowered Business Networking, we are an international virtual networking group full of amazing business owners from all over the country and Canada and beyond. If you'd like to see what our next event is, go to ebnnetworking.com. And we have not only networking events, but we also have summits, virtual summits, and other types of special events that you may be able to join us as well. So with that, I'm Stephanie Bonte-Lebair of the Empowered Voice and Empowered Business Networking with Sage Harper of Apollo Marketing. Thank you so much for being here, Sage. Have a good
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, we'll see you all soon.
All right. Bye.